Hi everyone, Abby here, and welcome back to my channel for Tech Tuesday, or welcome if you're new. Now today, I'm going to be comparing the Garmin Fenix 8 to the Garmin EPIX Pro 42mm. These are two powerhouse smartwatches that are awesome for those of you who like to get outdoors, do a bunch of activities, whether that's running, walking, swimming, hiking, triathlons, and much more. Today I'm going to get into the major differences between both of these smartwatches so you can get an idea of which one's best for you. And I'm going to go over the similarities as well. So if you're looking for more of a deep dive review, you want to get more information about them, I've done full individual reviews on both of these smartwatches, which you can find linked in the description below. But before I get started, make sure to hit that subscribe button if you're not already subscribed so you can stay tuned to all my new videos dropping weekly and so you can help the channel grow. So the first thing I'm going to start off with is the Spec Similarities so you guys can get an idea of what these smartwatches have in common. So as I mentioned before, both of these track a lot of activities, a lot of outdoor activities, a lot of indoor activities in the gym. Both these smartwatches also track your daily metrics like your steps, your calories burned, your active minutes, your floors climbed. They track your respiration rate, they track your heart rate. Both of them have the exact same heart rate sensor as well, which is the Garmin Elevate 5 heart rate sensor, the newest, most accurate heart rate sensor Garmin has out to date. They also both have a built-in LED flashlight, which is super helpful when you are in dark lighting situations. And I've gone on and listed a bunch more similarities on screen for you. So now getting into the differences. The first major difference between the EPIX and the Fenix 8 is the price. Now, both of these smartwatches do have different versions, which come in different sizes, different materials, different colors. The ones I have here today are the Garmin Fenix 8 in the AMOELD Sapphire version, which means it has an AMOLED display and it has a sapphire crystal lens. The current price of this smartwatch goes for $1,599.99 Canadian, and it goes for $1,099.99 American. Now, for the EPIX Pro, I have the 42mm version here, and I have the sapphire crystal lens version. So this one's actually currently on sale. So the current sale price is $999.99 Canadian and $799.99 American, with the regular prices being $1,349.99 Canadian and $999.99 American. So there's definitely a major difference when it does come to the price here, and that could be a huge decision maker if you're deciding between both of these smartwatches. Now I will say that the EPIX Pro 42mm has been out a bit longer than the Fenix 8, and because of that, it is going on sale a lot more often. And both of them are very pricey, so I definitely recommend grabbing them on sale. And if you're finding this video helpful so far, please go ahead and smash that like button for me. I'd really appreciate it. So another difference between both these smartwatches would be the size and the design. So both of these smartwatches have a very similar design. They both look quite sporty. They both look a little bit rugged but fancy. Both have a large metal bezel, metal buttons. Both have a 20mm band. The EPIX does have more of a shiny type of look on the bezel, where the Fenix, they went with a matte type of look there. The biggest difference between them is the size. Now the EPIX is 42mm here and it has a 1.2-inch display, while the Fenix 8 is 43mm and has a 1.3-inch display. So you guys might not think a millimeter makes a difference, but it really does when you are wearing the smartwatches, and having that extra size there for the display could be a big difference for a lot of you out there. Now for me, I do like having the most compact smartwatches as possible, and I prefer the smaller form factor of the EPIX myself. I find the Fenix 8 is a little bit big for my wrist. I do have a 7-inch wrist for reference, but whether or not you think one smartwatch is too big or too small, definitely a personal preference type of thing. And both these smartwatches are very unisex. I think all colors and all options available really could go for men or women. When it comes to the design, I think they both look nice and very classy and elegant. They both look premium. So another difference between both of these smartwatches would be the speaker. Now, both the EPIX and the Fenix have a built-in speaker, but they do function differently. So for the EPIX here, the speaker here is used for different prompts on the smartwatch and for alarms and timers, and you get kind of different beeps and notifications there. Now, the speaker on The Fenix 8 does all of that, but it goes a step further where you can actually play music directly from the Fenix 8 speaker. They did add a bit more functionality there. Both of them do have music capability, and they both can, store hundreds of songs on them. So another difference between both these smartwatches is the mic. So the Fenix 8 has a built-in mic, and with that you also get voice command or voice assistant, and you get Bluetooth calling. So that is a smart feature that is not on the EPIX Pro. That may or may not be a big deal for you. It really depends on what you need and what you're looking for out of your smartwatch, but that is something that I did want to mention. There is no microphone on the EPIX, so you cannot do all of the aforementioned things on that smartwatch. Now, the last main difference between both of these smartwatches is the activity tracking. When it comes to tracking the actual activities, they both really have the same heart rate sensor. They both really could track the same things. They both got that upgrade for the heart rate rhythm. So if that's something that you really like, that's great. That's something that should be available in Canada, United States. Each country has different guidelines for when, that's released. So when it comes to activity tracking, the main differences are the activities that it can track. And the Fenix 8 also has a new dive rating. So you are able to take that smartwatch diving. So if diving is important to you, you might want to go for the Fenix. So when it comes to which smartwatch is best for you, that depends on a couple of factors. For one, what size smartwatch do you want? If you are deciding between the EPIX and the Fenix, you might want to consider the size of the smartwatch you're looking for. If you want something that has a larger display, you want to have Bluetooth calling capability, you want to have more functional speaker, voice assistant, you want a dive rating, then I would definitely say that the Fenix could be the better option for you. Now, if you're someone who you want a smartwatch that's a bit more compact, you don't need voice assistant capabilities, you don't really need to play music off your smartwatch, you want something that's a bit more affordable, I'm talking hundreds of dollars less, then the EPIX could be the better option for you. And if you're asking me which one I prefer, I would personally go with the Garmin EPIX Pro 42mm here. Now, I do like the smaller form factor of the EPIX Pro. It's slightly smaller in the size of the watch, the display. It feels a little bit more compact on my wrist. I also do like the color options better. And personally, I always have my phone with me, so I don't really miss out too much on not having, the Bluetooth calling and the other smart features that are on the Fenix, on the EPIX here. Now, I think both of these are fantastic smartwatches. They are really powerhouses there that can track basically everything for you. So honestly, if you're choosing between either of these, I really don't think you can go wrong. But let me know what you guys think. Which smartwatch do you think is better? Which one would you choose? Drop that in the comments below. I'm interested to hear what you guys have to say. I do read all the comments and I'll definitely get back to you. If you guys are looking to pick up either of these smartwatches today, I've gone and left a link down in the description for you to use. So that's all I have for today. Thanks for watching, and make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Bye.